You ever feel like you're doing everything right? I mean, you showing up every day, you putting in the work, and yet you still feel invisible. That's been me lately. I've been fighting to break through on this YouTube game. Sometimes I just don't understand. And I'm gonna be real with you. It's not about the views for me. It's more about validation. I mean, you pour your heart out into teaching, to giving value, showing up for people. And when it doesn't move like you thought it would move, it hits your pride. But here's what I realized, and I need somebody out there to hear this as well. The breakthrough never comes when it feels like you're winning. Nah, it comes when you refuse to stop showing up when no one else is clapping for you. That's facts. That is a real moment for me. When I started this channel, I had one goal in mind, to help as many car salespeople win faster than I did. Because I remember what it felt like for sure. Walking into the dealership, just scared to death of rejection, not knowing really what to say to a customer, freestyling, to pray that somebody would walk through the front door and I wouldn't freeze. But over time, I learned the game, not just the sales car game, but the people game. And I made a decision years ago. I said, if I ever figured this out, I'm gonna teach it. So here I am, 20 plus years later, hundreds of deals closed, top 1% performer, now building sales academy to help others do the same. But this YouTube game, bro, that's something different. It is. It's something different. When you don't have the ad dollars, the fancy production team, or the connections, you gotta make speed your weapon. I learned that in the dealership. When I couldn't outspend the next guy, I outworked him. When I couldn't out-talk him, I out-followed him up. When I couldn't outshine him, I outlasted him. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. Because I don't care who you are. If you move faster, if you test more, if you show up more consistently, the market has no choice but to notice you eventually. You can't stay hidden forever if you keep shipping your truth. And that's just what I believe. Matter of fact, I'm convinced, I know that's the truth. Here's something I've learned about this YouTube grind though. Your content reveals your character before it ever builds your channel. It does. Because you can't fake consistency. You can't fake hunger. And you definitely can't fake conviction. Those are three things I learned. I mean, every video is a mirror. It shows your discipline. It shows your patience, your ability to communicate under pressure. And that's the same thing that applies to sales. If you don't know who you are when it's slow, you won't know how to handle success when it finally hits. That's exactly what I tell my team. We're not just making content, we're building proof that we don't quit. We're not quitters. We made a decision. Once we started, we will follow through. I had the nights, man, where I uploaded a video and only got 5, 10 views. And I'm sitting there thinking like, bro, is this worth it? Is this worth it? But then I remember those early dealership days, when I worked 10, 12, 13 hours and go home with nothing, no deal, no commission, just the feeling that maybe tomorrow would be better. That's what this YouTube thing feels like sometimes. It does. Except now I know something that I didn't know back then. Breakthroughs don't show up on schedule. They show up when you earn the algorithm respect. And let's be honest, that's just life, right? The world doesn't reward effort right away. It rewards endurance. That's something I'm continuously reminded of. So I made a decision. I made a decision to stop chasing virality and start chasing visibility. Every post, every comment, every thumbnail, it's another rep. Just like selling cars. You don't go from 0 to 15 plus car deals overnight. You get one customer, then another, and then you keep stacking, right? Then you start holding gross. You start controlling your process. Before you know it, you're consistent and it becomes your brand. But it takes time. It's the same thing here. If I keep showing up, eventually YouTube's gonna say, hey, this guy is serious. Let's push him out there to the world. So remember this. Remember me. I'm sharing this because I know somebody watching is in their own fight. Maybe it's not YouTube like me, but maybe it's sales. Maybe it's your business or your dream. I mean, you've been grinding, you've been showing up, doing what you're supposed to do week after week, doing what you're supposed to do in this game, and the world just hasn't noticed you yet. Let me tell you something. You're not being ignored, you're being tested. God is seeing if you can handle the process before he promotes you through the promise. Remember that. And that's exactly where I'm at right now. I'm not waiting on a breakthrough. I'm becoming it. So if you're still watching this, first of all, thank you, because it means you're one of the people that understand what it's like to fight for something you believe in. And if that's you, stay locked in, because the next season, I'm doubling down, right? I'm talking about more content, more lessons, more behind the scenes, on what it actually takes to build something from nothing. And in my next video, I'm gonna break down the exact system I use to stay consistent when motivation it ain't there. Because that's the secret that separates average reps from elite ones, both in sales and in life. So if you're chasing your own breakthrough, hit the subscribe button. Drop a comment for me. Let's grow together, because average reps, they wait. Elite reps, they create. And I need for you to be elite.